Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gettysburg College as we present the 2018 Gettysburg College Women's Lacrosse Season Preview. Joining me today are the 4 senior captains from the Bullets lacrosse team, and I'm starting today with the defenders, senior Gorab from Southport, Connecticut, and senior Elsie Wagner from Berwyn, Pennsylvania. So, ladies, thank you for joining me today. As you can see, they were coming just off of the practice field, basically, and watching some film as well. 70-degree weather out there at Gettysburg today. Should be 70 degrees as well tomorrow, although maybe a bit rainy the next few days. We'll see. I'll take that over snow, as I'm sure you guys will as well. So, the first question I have for you guys is, everybody knows what we did last year. We were the national champions, our second national title in program history, so we've had all the pomp and circumstance that have gone along with that too. A couple celebrations here, banner ceremony earlier this semester. You guys received your national championship rings. We're #1 in basically every single poll that's out there, and we were just tabbed #1 in Centennial Conference preseason poll as well. So what has the last 9 months been like for you guys? Allie, we'll start with you.
The 9 months have obviously been great, but once we got back to school, I feel like we were really focused on the season coming up. We had some time to celebrate over the summer, and then we were able to get together with the team 2 or 3 times for the ring ceremony and then another ceremony. So we were able to see old teammates and just reflect on how much fun we had and how well we did. But once we got back to school and we were back in fall ball in the swing of things, I feel like we were really focused on the new year, and we kind of were putting that in the past and focusing on the future.
Elsie, how about you? It seems like a long time ago that we were at Roanoke College beating TCNJ 6-5.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I think the school did a great job in helping us celebrate, and having our alum come back was awesome. And then we obviously waited for our juniors to come back from abroad to get our rings and do the banner, which was good. But like G said, we've been focused on this upcoming season. One of our hashtags is New Team, Same Dreams. So that's our main focus right now. Obviously, our goals are the same, but our team is new, and we're so excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good segue into the next question, which is about the team goals, of course. So, looking ahead at the season, I know you guys were working on your dots the other day. I happened to walk through that, your team goals for every single game, and I know those are kind of secretive, so I'm not sure what you can reveal here. But like I said, those are for each game, and obviously there are bigger goals out there as well. There's winning every game, conference titles, national titles, getting to nationals, and of course the national title too. So, talk about some of those team goals this year and how you guys are approaching those.
Yes, we definitely want to host and win Centennials. Obviously want to make it to the tournament, make it to the Final Four. But some team goals we're really focusing on this year is I think we want to be a top 5 scoring defense in a defensive stance. We want to be super aggressive this year. We're working on some new plays, focusing on old ones. What other ones do we have?
Team GPA is important to us, so we have a really smart team this year. So we're rooting for a 3-5 and over for this season and this semester.
Trying to think of what else.
Yeah.
Those sound like pretty good goals to me. So let's talk about the defense, of course. Now, last year we finished 4th in the country in scoring defense. We led the Centennial Conference, broke the program record by quite a bit. I think it was around 4.79, 4.8, somewhere in that range for goals against average, which is legit. But this year we're looking at some new rules. They're out there. You guys have been playing with them through fall ball, through preseason. If you guys could just break down some of the new rules and how that might affect the flow of the game, particularly from the defensive side of things.
I think the main one that we're focusing on right now is going through the changes in the 8-meter. There's a new box that we have set up, so that places us differently. Trying to think of what else. The self-starts are really important. Being a defensive player, you're usually in the 8, and having the critical scoring area, which is the 8, you're not allowed to self-start. So one of our goals was to not have any violations of the self-start. So just really focusing on where we are, how we can advance as quick as possible while also following the rules.
Shot clock.
Oh yeah, the shot clock is huge. We definitely want to have in the game at least 1 shot clock violation against the attacking players. So it's I think it's a faster pace, but we'll get more playing time. I think we'll have higher scoring games. But we're adjusting pretty well. We had a couple practices where refs came and we were able to ask questions and stop the play and just game-like situations use the new rules. So I think that's been really helpful in a defensive stance.
Yeah, it'll definitely be an adjustment, I think, for all of us, the fans, people in the press box, you guys on the field, and the officials as well, and the coaches too. It make things interesting. Of course, the rules have been implemented at Division I level for a full year already. There's seen an increase in scoring and turnovers as well, because it's only 90 seconds to get it from the defensive field when the defense gains possession to taking a shot. 90 seconds. Seems like quite a bit when you're out there with the ball, but it could also run by very quickly depending on the situation, which you guys are going to try to create those situations to make it run out on the other team. So one of the best things about our defense is that you guys get to practice against one of the best offenses in the country, of course, too. So, what's it like going out there and lining up against our attackers, two of which we'll be talking to in a minute or two here? What's it like going against those attackers every day? And, just for fun, who's the attacker you like to guard the least out there? Elsie, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, I can answer that one. So we're super lucky. Our attack is awesome. So we're challenged every day in practice. We never face an opponent where we feel like their attack's any better than ours is. And our attack's also good at kind of modeling another team's attack so that we can really practice on what works best for us. I think we look pretty good against the attack, I have to say. But our attack...
We'll see what the Katie say here in a minute.
Our attack's really good. We're really lucky. My least favorite person is someone you're going to talk to in a minute. Actually, my two least favorite people are the two you're going to talk to in a minute. Landry's behind the crease, and that's, something that I let some other defenders take hold of, but sometimes I get stuck down there with her, and Willis just is so strong and so fast. So, I don't like playing against any of them because they're so good, but makes us better every day. So
we also have a couple good freshmen that we were caught by surprise. So they've definitely been playing super well, adjusting to the attacking end, and it's definitely hard to mark everyone, but yeah, I agree with those.
You guys are up to the challenge, and going against our attackers every day makes you that much more ready for the attackers from Messiah tomorrow, the attackers from Stevenson on Saturday, and so forth and so on, right? So you mentioned one of the hashtags you guys are using this year, one of which I didn't have on my list, but that's okay. But there's another one that Coach has been talking about as well, Grit for Glory. Can you guys tell me what that means to the team this year?
Yeah, so last year our hashtag was Now for Later, which kind of correlates to Grit for Glory. It's kind of like you put in all the work and the grit and the determination, and you're just constantly working hard now so that later we can celebrate and have glory and success. So kind of like that.
I like that. Elsie, anything to add there? It was pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So that's all the questions I have for you guys. And now I get to grill the two attackers. So Elsie and Allie, thank you very much for joining me tonight. They'll be on the defensive side of the ball tomorrow against Messiah at 4 o'clock. So thanks. Allie, go study for that test. All right. Come on over, Katie and Katie. At least I can't mess up your names. Not that I should after 4 years, So joining me right now is Katie Landry from Hingham, Massachusetts, and Katie Willis from Charm City down in Baltimore, of course. So, ladies, you guys are the top returning attackers for the team, top scorers. Landry enters her senior season with 190 career points. And Katie Willis is coming off a career year as well, putting up 53 points, 38 goals, and 15 assists, if number served me right. So let's hope. So, last year we lost 5 seniors that were very impactful to the team. They were team leaders. They were definitely the core of the team. I think of, Caitlin Nealon's in that championship game, diving out of bounds, getting back on the field to go after a ground ball. Macaulay Mikes in the closing seconds, like having the ball. Shannon Keeler coming up with big stops. And, of course, Caroline Jaeger, Siege, and Emma Christie, too, coming up with big goals in the national title game, too. So just talk about how the team is going to make up for those losses this year. Landry, do you want to start?
Yeah, they're all definitely a big loss, but I think that we have such a deep bench that people are ready to step in and fill those roles, and we always have 7 threats on the field at all times. So, how
about you, Katie?
I would definitely agree with that. It
really stinks losing those 5 seniors. They were such a great asset to the team, but like Landry said, we've got some great teammates stepping up, and they're ready to take on the challenge.
Now, of course, we talked about the rules for the defensive team. The rules definitely affect you guys as well on the offensive side of the ball, getting the ball up the field and firing off a shot in less than 90 seconds. The scrimmage this weekend, I think I saw one shot go off in 5 seconds, so that was pretty good. That was straight off the draw, obviously. How have those rules impacted us offensively so far in the preseason? What have you guys been working on in particular, and what are you guys going to try to do out there?
I think we just have to be aware of the time and have better time management skills, but I don't think it's impacted our play as much as we thought coming in. 90 seconds is such a long time, and we've developed plays around times, finishing plays, motion attacks that we're using it to our advantage.
Willis, anything to add? That's pretty good. So, same question for you guys that I asked the defenders about the offense, basically. Staring at the defense, obviously, like I said, we've had a nationally ranked defense the last several years. They're tough. They're gritty. Grit for glory is certainly true of our defenders like Elsie, Allie, Cassie, Brooke. I wouldn't want to get hit with sticks by them. I'm sure you guys don't either. So, what's it like going up against our defense every single day at practice? And which defender do you guys not like to line up against sometimes? Willis, we'll start with you this time.
So we are so lucky to have such an amazing defense. I know you said that they were top 4 in the nation last year, which is incredible. So it's really amazing to be able to go up against such a strong, cohesive unit every single day in practice. I gotta be honest with you. They're pretty much every single defender on our team I wouldn't want to go up against. I've got bruises, I think, from almost every single one. So every single one is a threat and definitely a force to be reckoned with.
How about you, Landry?
I agree with what you said. Everyone is so strong on defense, but I do want to give the goalies a shout out. I think we have 3 really strong goalies. They're all playing so well, so that's a huge threat for us too.
And of course, with Shannon leaving, that opens the door. We got Bailey Pilder back there, Abby Lee and Casey Cole as the returners. They're challenging for that spot. Bailey has the veteran experience. She's appeared in 21 games over the last 3 years. She's a junior. The other 2 are sophomores. So the other tagline we have, I guess it's the third tagline, hashtag, that Coach has been using is LLK. Now, this one has a very deep meaning for everyone in athletics. Do you guys want to break down what LLK means and what it means to the team? What those letters stand for, obviously.
Well, LLK is Live Like Carrie, and I think what that means to us as a team is just to live every day with a positive outlook on life and never take any day for granted. We're playing lacrosse because we love it, and we want to remember that every time we step on the field. So we want to live like Carrie and play for her.
Well, we're definitely going to be playing fearless this year. I know that was one of Carrie's favorite words. And at the same time, we are going to be just doing our absolute best and playing our best on and off the field, keeping our relationships with each other close and just working together as a unit and living every day to the fullest.
Yeah, this is exactly what Carrie Garrett did, our former athletic trainer. She passed away this fall after a 2-year bout with cancer. She far outlived her original diagnosis, and we were all the better for having her around for that much longer as well. So, looking ahead to the schedule, kind of switching gears here a little bit, obviously we've got a challenging schedule, particularly, looking at non-conference, it's tough. A lot of nationally ranked teams. In conference, it's tough. We've got nationally ranked teams there too. So how important is it to play these nationally ranked teams, to play teams like Messiah and Stevenson to open the year, and Washington and Lee and TC&J and everybody? I'm forgetting who else is on our schedule at the moment, to be honest, because there's so many good teams out there. But how important is it to play teams like that, especially early on?
Well, in order for us to get better throughout the season, we need to keep challenging ourselves every Wednesday and Saturday against whoever we play. We can't take any opponent lighter than the next, so we just need to come out and play aggressively against everyone.
And definitely playing against the different teams gives us kind of the the chance to see sort of how different defenses work or how different transitions can work so that we can then adjust our practices to improve our strengths in certain areas, definitely work on our weaknesses in that sense. So it definitely helps us throughout the season.
Yeah, and I think we can almost throw out the door everything that happened last year and the prior years as far as the schemes that we developed against those teams and they developed against us. I think the landscape is just going to change and how those teams and us approach each other. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of like 6-5 games against TC&J going forward, not with those two great offenses and great defenses as well. It's going to be a very interesting season, to say the least. I got to ask one fun question, and that, of course, is about the sideline celebrations. So last year, mid-season, sometime in there, the sideline just started doing all these crazy, goofy celebrations, from bench presses to dunking a basketball to riding a roller coaster. Oh my gosh, I don't even, the can was in there at some points too. I think we saw them all during the national championship run and semifinals and championship. What were your favorite celebrations? And I got to ask, are there any new ones in store for that we can expect this season?
Can't tell you that. Yeah.
All right, let's go with your favorites from last year.
I would definitely say I think my favorite was the bench press. I just loved watching Maria just kind of struggle to push the stick up and then everybody exploding at the end. I thought it was so awesome.
What's your favorite?
Definitely the bench press. No question.
I kind of like the roller coaster personally.
That is a good one.
That was a good one too. So final end-all question. What does this team need to do to recapture the Centennial Conference title and also defend the national title? No pressure.
I mean, take it one game at a time. It's grit for glory. We're, playing hard now, and we're going to think about that in the back of our heads, but we're going to take it every practice, every game, just one step at a time.
Willis, anything to add?
I think she pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. Just one day at a time.
That's a great answer.
Thanks, Corey.
All right, so that wraps up the 2018 Bullets Women's Lacrosse season preview for Katie Willis, Katie Landry, Ali Gorab, and Elsie Wagner, and also Ella Orzechowski, who is behind the camera today from Bullets Lacrosse, everybody's favorite sophomore who works in athletic communications. I am Corey Jewett. I am signing off, and you can catch the Bullets tomorrow at Messiah College at 4 p.m. We'll have all the results and updates on social media. Thank you.